Today we're going to talk about area of triangles. How do I find the area of triangles? First, I'm going to remember what an area of any object is. Area equals length times width. If I look at this square, I'm noticing that my formula is area equals length times width. So let's say I count this and I count how many square units I have here. Each unit is equal to 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So right now I know the length is 6 units. And then across with the width, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I see that it's also 6 units. So I would say this area of this square would equal 6 times 6. What do you get? Well, you get 36. So that would be the area, right? 36 square units. That's how we would say it, square. And then you just write out the word units. I don't have enough space here. But that's with that square. That's the area of the entire square. So that's every little box in here. If I was to count them inside here, there would be 36 of them, okay? But I didn't have to do that because I was able to just multiply 6 times 6. Now, if I'm trying to do something else, like let's say I'm trying to find the area of this right triangle inside the box right here. This is a right triangle, right? And I say, hey, can you find the area of this right triangle? Well, here's the formula I would have to use. It is area times 1/2 equals, area equals 1/2 times the base times the height. All right, so first thing I do is I'm going to multiply the base and the height, and then I'm going to divide it by 1/2, or really by 2. Let me show you. So here I'm going to come over here, and the base is what? Well, the base is right here. This is 6, right? So I know that I'm going to do that first. So this area equals 1/2 times the base, which is what? 6. And this is your height right here on this side, which is also 6. I'm going to do this first. For parentheses in my mind, I'm going to do that first. And I'm going to say 6 times 6 is 36. But then you bring this down, 1/2 times 36. Okay? What is that? Well, actually, if I was to, this is a whole number, I'm supposed to go like this. So 1 times 36 equals 36. And 2 times 1 equals 2. So this tells me what? This tells me in order to get the right answer as a whole number, not an improper fraction, I've got to divide 36 by 2, right? Because see this here? I got to do that. So I'm going to do that over here. And I'm going to say 2, so 36. 1 times 2, 3 take away 2 is 1, bring down the 6. Hey, this is 18. I know that 8 times 2 is equal to 16, and I would get a 0 there. So my answer would be 18 for over here. This area of this right triangle equals 18, and I have to say it like this, square units. That's the answer, and this is how I would write it, because it didn't give me centimeters, it didn't give me inches, so I would just say, hey, this is equal, this right triangle here, it's equal to 18 square units. And if I was to count every little box in here, I would find the 18 squares, okay? And if you notice, all you have to do is add this 18 and then this 18, and what do you get? You get 36. So really, it's wonderful that you can find your length and your width first. So that's what you're going to do, okay? Find your length, your base and your height first if you're looking for the right area of a right triangle, and then divide it by 1/2. But guess what? I'm going to show you something. It doesn't matter if it's just a right triangle. This formula is for every single solitary triangle. In order to find the area of any triangle, you must get the base, get the height, multiply that together, and then divide by 1/2, or divide by 2, really, right? So let's look at it. I know, let's count the base here. I want to know what the base is here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's not the base. That's the height of it. And then so this is 5. And then what's the base? This is the base, the bottom, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. So let's say I had to find the area of this right triangle? Well, what do I have? I have 6 times 5. That's the base and the height, right? Oops, sorry. What did I do here? And the height. And so I'm going to multiply that first. What does that give me? That gives me 30. And then I'm going to divide by 2, really, right? 1/2 times 30 is really what? We talked about it. It's really, right? 30 divided by 2. So I do that over here. And I should know that, hey, that is going to give me what? 15, right? Bring down the, just erase this. There we go. Bring down the 0. Not easy writing with these pens. 5 times 2 gives me 10. Therefore, this is 15. So how would I write this? I would say, oh, this is area equals 15 square what? Square units, just the way I wrote it on the other page. Okay, I don't have any feet or centimeters or meters, so I always write it like this. If you don't, they don't give you any kind of measurement, inches, square, feet, you always write the answer 15 square units. So in here, there should be 15 square boxes. 15 plus 15, if I have 15 here, that is going to give me 30. So that would be the area. So I know I'm on the right track. Now let's say if you have a regular triangle like this. Let's look at this one here. This is just a regular triangle. What do I have to do? How do I figure this out? If I ask, what's the area inside here of this triangle, right? This is a different kind of triangle. This is not a right triangle. No problem. The formula is still the same. Area equals 1/2 times space times height. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to count, okay, how many I have across, how many square units. This is 1 square unit. This is 2. This is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I have 7 here at the base. Now the height is up and down right here. So how many boxes do I have that go up? What I'm going to do is I'm going to erase some of these. Okay, just because I find that it's easier if I erase that. There you go. And if I'm looking only at this here, this is the height. So how many boxes? 1, 2, 3, 4. I need 4. So this is 4. Let's say your height, you have to count this, is 4 centimeters. And your base is 7 centimeters. How do I find the area of this triangle? So everything in here, everything in this triangle, everything. Well, I know since this is 4 and this is times 7, I have to what? Multiply. Going to multiply. The formula stays the same. We said, right, area equals 1/2 times base times height. Let me not write the base as B, but let me write the base as 7 centimeters. And then 7 centimeters times 4 centimeters. And I'm going to do that first, right? I'm going to do the 4 times 7. What do you get? Well, you're going to get 28 centimeters. I have to then, what? Divide by 2, right? Pretty much that's what I'm going to have to do. So in order to finish this problem, I'm just going to erase some of this stuff over here so we can finish this problem. And so we can see what the answer for this one is. All right, so half of 28, or 2 divided by 28, that's what I got to work over here. You should be able to do that. 2 times 2 is 1. 4 times, it's 14. 4 times 2 gives you 8. So it's 14. So the answer for the area of this triangle is going to be area equals 14 what? Centimeters what? Squared. Because they gave me centimeters, so I have to write it like that, centimeters squared. Do you see that? That is how I get the area of any triangle. So it's the same formula. What we're doing is just we're counting, we're looking at different height, okay? But the base is pretty much always the same. So go ahead and work on your work and let me know if you need any help. Log on. Rewind and rewatch what you need to rewatch so you can understand. I'll talk to you guys later.